So, I wanted the best mic arm in the world, and now I have it. Let's unbox. Vidi Volui. That's what Julius Caesar would have said the first time he saw the Yellowtec mic arm. Same with me. I saw it, I wanted it. I was watching a video, possibly on YouTube, but who knows whether there are other video sites out there. Armin van Buren showing us how to make music. Considering my irritating unboxing music, you might say that I've failed and learned nothing. Oh, well. But his mic arm. I saw it and I wanted it. I've seen it, or one or other, of Yellowtec's models in the flesh too, in various studios. Each time I saw it, I voluied it more. Wanted it more. OK, no more Latin. My O-level was a long time ago. So, this is the Yellowtec Mica. Mica, I'm not really sure. What looks like an I, the second letter, is an exclamation mark, or exclamation point, for countries who only think they speak English. Or, for the mathematically inclined, factorial. Anyway, I wanted one, but there was a problem. The price. This is a mighty damned expensive mic arm. Or should I say, a reassuringly expensive mic arm. I prefer the latter. Could I ever justify the cost? The mic arm I've been using since I started taking YouTube seriously is from Newer, next day delivery from Amazon. It cost around £20 and it attaches to my tabletop. Do you want to see it? OK, that's just the mic. Here's the rest of it. Not so pretty, but it works. I'll put my affiliate link in the description if you want to see more, and buy. Oh, did I mention that my Yellowtec affiliate link is also in the description, and for Yellowtec's other ranges of products. So what's wrong with the Newer? Not so much. The spring is a bit twangy. And if I listen hard enough to my audio, I'm sure I can hear a resonance at the twang frequency. It's not such a big deal. It does the job. But you know, it's nice to own things that are nice to own, as well as doing the job. Like the Yellowtec Mica would have been nice to own back in the day, but the price tag was, for me, too high. OK, let me go into this a bit further. Am I so impoverished I can't afford €400, give or take, for a mic arm? No, I'm not exactly stinking filthy rich, which is why I don't qualify as an audiophile. But I can afford €400, £330 or so, for anything that I genuinely want. But I run my business like a business. One thing I've learned from watching Dragon's Den, the UK's Shark Tank, for many years, is that if you have a business, you're at the mercy of all kinds of things that you can't control. But one thing you can control, or at least you're probably more in control of than anything else, are your costs. My costs, so anything I buy for my business has to pay back its cost. Anything I buy for myself in my personal life, hey, it doesn't matter, as long as my bank balance is in the black. But I can't find it in the logical part of my brain to justify a £330 mic arm over one that costs £20 and does the job. Oh, it did cost me a bit extra for the Loctite I needed to firm it up. Let me turn this around though. I never have visitors to my studio, and I'm certainly not interested in running it commercially or renting it out. But suppose you do run that kind of business. You need to impress your clients and visitors. A cheap, twangy mic arm is not going to do that. People notice details, even subliminally. And if you run the kind of studio where you have clients and visitors, you need a Yellowtec Mica mic arm. My affiliate link is in the description. More than that, cheap and twangy versus smooth, practical and really rather beautiful. Maybe I'm starting to think I should have spent those €400 earlier. There is such a thing as having nice surroundings to work in, even just for myself. When I'm talking about pricing, by the way, what you pay will depend on what style of Mica arm you want, what size, what accessories. So you may pay less, or you may, I have to tell you, pay more. So I had a little chat with the guy from Yellowtec about which arm they should send me for review. I had to scratch my head a bit because there are different models, different sizes, and since I already knew I liked the product, I wanted to get my choice right. Criterion number 1 was that I didn't want to drill any holes in my desk. I've drilled quite a lot of holes in my time, and one thing I've learned is that they have to be in the right place. And if they are in the right place today, they probably won't be in the right place tomorrow. Well, 6 months' time. Things change, and I neither like the sight of unfilled holes in my desk or ugly rubber grommets reminding me that I drilled wrong, even if I was right at the time. So this makes the table clamp mount an absolute certainty for me. It's pretty much as solid as I reckon the through hole mount would be, and probably more so than the tabletop mount that screws into the surface. How dense is your chipboard? Oh, and it tightens from the top. No messing around, lying on the floor. Yay. That was easily decided. Now, the size of the arm, or rather the length. I've been okay with my existing arm, which clamps just to the left of me where I sit. I can get my mic in exactly the position I prefer for sound. Close to my mouth, not too close, pointing at my mouth, but not in the direct line of fire of my breath. Here it is again. Hey, what I'm going to do now is change to the Mica arm. Same mic, different arm, different position. So where I have the mic now is in the more traditional position just above and in front of my head, about that far away. A little bit to the side, or I'll get a shadow. For sound, I personally prefer this position less, because I'm getting more echo from the room. You might be able to hear it. Skip back a few seconds and listen to the changeover again. But I have to say that making the mic disappear in editing like I have been doing is a chore. For me, I prefer the aesthetic of the mic being invisible, so I've been choring away in the video edit. But as well as being more chore, some things I need to do in Final Cut Pro don't work so well when I've done what I need to do to make the mic disappear. It's complicated. Also, I can't gesture here because my hand gets blanked out. And sometimes I really want to. Now I can. How much setting up is this mic arm going to take? Well, the clamp went on really easily, and it's as firm as I could possibly want without feeling that I have to over-tighten it. No damage to the desktop either. That was easy enough. But next what I have to do is adjust the tension of the arm's internal spring to match the weight of my mic, my Sennheiser MKH 416, which together with its clip, oddly an AKG clip, is 200 grams on my kitchen scale. There's a tiny Allen screw at the bottom end of the arm to do this. It's sod's law that out of my 30-piece Allen key set, the one I wanted was missing. The only one missing. But I rummaged in my cutlery drawer and found one the right size. Now, how heavy are the mics that normal buyers of this arm use? Damned heavy compared to mine, together with their totally unnecessary shock mounts, I'm guessing. I had to slacken and slacken and slacken and slacken and slacken some more, to the point where the screw was becoming loose, and I think at the end of its range of adjustment. I'd say that where I am with this is just about right. As the manual states, you got it right when your microphone levitates in an upright and 90-degree angled position. Well, I think I've got it, although I might look again at some point. I feel that users of heavier mics will find it more obvious when they've got it right. Oh, the position of the adjustment screw. Do you remember when Apple had a wireless mouse where the charging point was on the bottom? I'll leave it at that. Now, let me throw in a point about the cable. The arm comes with the cable pre-installed. You can have it with bare ends or 3-pin XLR connectors. What problem, you say? Well, it's not a problem if you're using a dynamic or phantom-powered mic. If you want to use your fancy tube mic that has its own power supply, well, you can't. It needs its own special cable with 5 or 7-pin connectors. You could, of course, just not use the pre-installed cable and cable tie your 5-conductor, 7-conductor cable to the arm. I'd guess you wouldn't want to do that. This isn't a problem, it's just a thing that some potential users need to consider. Hey, did you know that the 7-conductor cable for the Telefunken ELA M251 costs $1,299 USD? Audiophiles, you need to get into pro audio. What more can I say? I'm sure there were 1,000 or more complications that went into the design process of this arm. But once set up, everything is simple, smooth, elegant and precise. Oh, my monitor's getting in the way. And it looks good, very good. With the spring tension set, I can tighten the 3 knobs to get a bit of friction going, smooth friction, and then put the mic into position, record myself, and push it out of the way when I'm finished. Job done. Yellowtec sent me this arm, but other than that and my affiliate links, there's no payment involved. So I can say what I like, and I've said it. I'll finish off with a tour around some of the Yellowtec range. Oh, and a bit of my irritating unboxing music. Album out later this year. See you soon.